Hope you enjoy the video. Mill Creek Falls. Mill Creek Falls is just outside the small town of Prospect, Oregon. This fall hurtles down 173 feet into the Rogue River Gorge in an explosive manner. Seasonally, the falls don't change their appearance much at all, making this a good destination any time of the year. Bar Creek Falls. Bar Creek Falls is a multi-stepped waterfall in the Rogue River Canyon near Mill Creek Falls. It drops 60 feet, then cascades 30 feet, and finally plunges 150 feet into the canyon floor. Bar Creek Falls range from an explosive torrent during the spring to a more delicate veil later in the summer. Holding a camera, holding dogs, going down rocks, maybe not such a smart idea. Avenue of Giants. The Avenue of Giants is an area where the river flows around and through large boulders, which creates beautiful cascades. And then I go and do the dumb thing where I didn't charge my GoPro batteries, and the battery that was in my GoPro is dead, so we're to the phone now.
Like the falls are right there. So this on the other side of those boulders, that's the actual falls.
Then we have the Mast, and we have some boulders. And the river is to the right of me, and I don't know if I can go any farther because I know I can't go that way. And when I went to go this way, there's some people and a kid flying a drone. View from the Mill Creek Bridge. Rogue River Gorge Falls. The term Rogue River Gorge is often applied to long stretches of the wild and scenic river. But this short stretch, where the river courses through a narrow chasm carved no wider than 10 feet in places, is the proper feature to apply this name to. This waterfall occurs at the head of the gorge. The falls begin where the river splits around an island composed of basalt. The visible channel of the river spreads across the smooth basalt bedrock and veils about 5 vertical feet into a trough in a very scenic display. Shortly downstream, the two channels converge and cascade another 25 feet into the narrowest and deepest portion of the gorge. National Creek Falls. National Creek Falls occur where the spring-fed creek diverges around a basalt outcropping and plunges about 40 feet over a jagged ledge in 2 scenic channels. The grotto below the falls is exceptionally scenic and thriving in greenery, with a small meadow of mosses growing on a flat area just downstream of the falls. The falls flow very consistently and are good to visit any time of the year. The trail is rated moderate. Clearwater Falls. Clearwater Falls is a spring-fed river which bubbles out of the ground and starts flowing through placid pools and never-ending log jams. This 29-foot cascade is permeated with soft soil and thousands of intertwined roots, allowing the river to seep in and out of the ground at will. The result is a waterfall that appears to be springing from the ground. Because Clearwater River is spring-fed, it is one of the most consistent streams in the Northwest in terms of flow, so visiting any time of the year will yield more or less the same results. I tested the water at this Clearwater River, and the water was so cold I couldn't keep my toes in for longer than a few seconds. So you wonder, why am I walking across this log? Well, I had walked across the log with the dog the day before and thought, good, no problem. Wait for it. I couldn't believe I didn't lose my balance. And then my next thought is, oh my gosh, the shock to Roscoe's body. Need to go get him warmed up.
Makes for great video.
It was 99 degrees in the yurt. He's gonna dry off in no time.
Look at him hop, man.
I know.
But yeah, it's real small. It's $10 a night unless you're old, and it's $5 a night. And it's cool, comfortable, a few skeeters, but not too bad. We got a waterfall right over there, 1/10 of a mile, that we can go check out. We kind of looked at it earlier, but we came back and set up camp.
Whitehorse Falls. Whitehorse Falls is a 15-foot punch bowl type waterfall on the Clearwater Creek, which plunges 14 feet over a wall into a large pool below. The flow is consistent all year long. The trail is rated easy and is wheelchair accessible. Watson Falls. The falls hurtle over a sheer 292 feet over a massive cathedral-like amphitheater wall of basalt, crashing into a long talus slope covered in moss and vine maple. The falls plunge over enough of an overhang that occasional gusts of wind can toss the water sideways. Watson Creek receives a significant water snowpack and is a result of volumes of water present in the creek, which can swell considerably in spring and dwindle considerably in late summer. The hike to the falls is rated difficult. Toketee Falls. Toketee Falls is one of the most well-known waterfalls in Oregon. The falls drop into two steps from a narrow slot canyon carved in the basalt bedrock, falling a total of 89 feet into a large, cerulean-hued pool. The upper falls drop 19 feet into a small grotto, and from the lip of the pool, the river then leaps a sheer 70 feet into the larger pool at the bottom of the canyon. Toketee Falls appears to retain a very consistent flow throughout the year. The trail is rated difficult. Thank you for watching. Hats off to you. Bye now.